My name is Deb Gould, and I'm from CESA 3, one of the coordinators for your conference this year. And it's my pleasure to introduce your speaker. I saw Coach D at a conference and wanted you to be able to hear his message as well. Darrell, Coach D. Andrews, America's Passion Coach, is a nationally and internationally recognized motivational strategist, trainer, author, and career life coach. His books are bestsellers in the education market, and just so you know, he's going to have a table of his books out front. So if you would want to purchase them, adults or students, you'll have that opportunity throughout the day. His story, 5 Garbage Bags and a Dream, is one of the top stories in the national bestseller, Chicken Soup for the African American Soul. Coach D is also the first person in his family to receive a bachelor's degree from college. As a speaker and trainer, he's been invited to speak to students, educators, and parents at thousands of schools, school districts, colleges, and universities and education associations worldwide. Coach D has been a regular guest on many radio and television programs and was once a prospect for the Philadelphia Eagles and San Francisco 49ers. His life's philosophy has been the same for close to 2 decades. It's not what you have accomplished in your life that counts, but what others are able to accomplish because of your life. Lastly, and most importantly, he has been happily married to the love of his life, Pamela, for 21 years and is the proud father of Darrell Jr., Sophia, Alexander, and Abigail Andrews. His family is truly his pride and joy. Coach D.
You guys didn't give me a big enough hand clap for the family part. Come on now, show me what it's doing. Show me some love. I had the most beautiful wife on the planet. I'm a smart man. How y'all doing today? Good, good, good. You know, he mentioned something about the president mentioned something about the men's basketball. But how the women's basketball doing around here? They doing all right too? Coach, go on to something else. I want to show we got some good women's teams as well. I want to start off by giving a few hand claps, and then we're going to get into some information. We're going to have a good time. Believe me, you're going to enjoy this presentation. We're going to learn some relevant information as it relates to the importance of digital citizenship as well. I'm not the expert in that. You have experts here, but I will share information that you need to think about. But I want to start off by giving the coordinators of this conference a hand clap. Can we start there? Because they takes a lot of work to pull these things off. You know, a lot of energy to make these things happen. And the second group of people I want to give a hand clap to are your school counselors, your school teachers, whoever brought you here today. I mean, I don't know where they all are, but these individuals are taking the time to do this because they want you to get this information too. All right? And the last group of people, I don't want to give a hand clap, but I want this group to stand, and that's all of you. Everybody stand up. Don't play with me. I still bench press 400 pounds. Don't mess with me. No, don't mess with me. I'm still strong as a bull. That's right. I used to play football. I played linebacker. I'm telling you. Some of you guys think you're good. You're lucky I didn't play. You know, you've been in trouble. But what I want you to do is this. I realize when I see young people like you, I was just at a conference the other day with about 700 young people. When I see young people like you, I see you as a young person, a teenager, you know, and which, you know, age-wise where you are. But I also see something different. That's why I travel all over the country and all over the world to do these programs. I see future doctors. Anybody here have interest maybe being a doctor? Put your hand up. Future doctors. Let's give them a hand clap. Future doctors in here today. All right. All right. I see future business people. Any interest in business out here? Let's get those hands clapped for the business. Get those business people a hand clap. I see future business people. I see future athletes, great athletes. Anybody going pro? Oh, here we go. I like dreaming. Is dreaming me again? No, I'm just kidding. All right. But you know what I really see? I see very important people. So I'm going to make you all uncomfortable. I want you to find 5 people you have not met yet. I want you to give them a hand. No, listen. Stop the moaning. Stop the complaining. Stop the whining. All right, here, listen. I want you to give them a handshake, and I want you to say this to them. 5 people that you are a very important person. Go right now. Everybody, get out your comfort zone. Go, 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 go. Go, 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 go. Go. You are very important.
I'm a very important person.
You are a very important person. Very important. Let's grab a seat. Give yourselves a hand clap, very important people. Give yourselves a hand clap. Very important. Now this is what I like for you to do, students. Everybody put a smile on your face. Come on, smile. I know it's hard for sometimes, but smile. Look at the person next to you and say this to them. Not quite as important as me, but you get there. Come on, say that to them. All right, guys? They're not as important as you. All right. I gotta say this. Some of y'all were too excited about that last part I just said. Some of y'all were a little too excited. But let me say this. I mean what I'm saying is you are very important. And what's important for you as a very important person is to see yourself as important. See yourself as someone that has a great future. That's why this conference, this thing is so important, because we're going to be talking about some pieces that you need to think about as it relates to you as an important person. Okay? And I really mean it. You are a VIP. Just a few things I want to talk about. Is that a cool picture? Do I look cool? I mean, it took me a long time to get that pose. First, I started off with the cool pose, like, and then I changed it. All right? But you are a very important person. A few points about important people for you to keep in mind. Take your phones out and take notes, because you don't have pens and pads. I want you to take notes. And my hashtag is @CoachD. My thing is @CoachD Speaks, so you can pop some stuff up there if you like as well. All right? Number one, you have a great future. No doubt about it. And you have got to see the fact that you do. You have a great future. Number two, unlike times past, your identity online and offline are going to play a role in your achievement of future goals. So what's important is to realize that you don't just live offline, you live online too, and people are looking at you. All right? Get that person next to you and smile and say, people are looking at you online. They're looking at you. Yeah. Yeah, looking at you. Yeah. All right, one last smile. Smile at them again and say, guess what? They're making decisions about you online right now. Yeah. They're making decisions about you. Ooh, look at her. I didn't know she liked stuff like that. Yeah. You see? So the very important people need to understand that you are important, and that's not just online. How many you see it nowadays in the media, where people that did things many years ago you didn't know, but now somebody has a camera, they catch it, it's on Snapchat, it's on Twitter, it's everywhere. Times have changed, all right? And then lastly, you are in control of both. You're in control of what you do online and what you do offline. Okay? So you gotta realize there's a VIP, people are people of amazing integrity. So it's important we talk about digital citizenship to think about integrity. And one thing I realized from a long time ago, my mother raised me to be a guy of good integrity. I'll tell you my story in just a few moments, but my mom raised me as a single mom. And she talked about the importance, if you stay the course, if you stay respectful, if you stay kind, if you treat people with dignity, she said there's nothing that you can't accomplish with your life. And I listened to her. Now, how many of you listen to your mom?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, look at those hands going up. I'm going to call your mom and ask her. All right? All right? But she taught me a few things, and as a result of that, one of the things she most importantly told, she said, this most important is realize you need to have a dream. How many have a dream for the future? How many have a dream? All right? All right? How many have a dream? And she said, as a result, when you have a dream, you need to think about everything you do in order to achieve that dream. And she told me that. See, I had a dream for a lot of things. Matter of fact, I had a dream years ago. I'm going to digress for just 2 seconds if you don't mind. I had a dream years ago that I was going to be a singer.
Oh.
Yeah, y'all didn't see that one coming, did you? Yeah. Matter of fact, I thought I was going to be a Grammy award-winning singer. How many, okay, I'm going to digress for 2 seconds. I know what we're here for, but how many of you would like to see me sing? Yeah. All right, only way I'm going to do it, you got to say this real loud. You got to say, sing, coach. Sing, coach. Oh, yes, I will oblige you. I'm going to sing. But I need somebody to sing, too. No. I you to sing too. I said a young lady. Come here, girl. Let's give her a hand clap, y'all. She up here. Stand over here. Now, see, the reason why I picked her, she was trying to get everybody else. So I chose you. Now, we say a singer's voice changes when he's about to sing. That's what I said. I chose you, girl. Do you notice how the voice changes? I chose you, girl. Now, see, singers and rappers have different ways of doing it. Rappers look hard. They're like, I don't know how they can hold that face up so long. You know, but singers are smooth. They're like, yeah. So I'm going to sing a song to her, and this song won some awards. But I wrote the song, girl. And somebody stole it from me. I can't believe they stole this song. So when you hear it, you've heard it before, but it's my song, and I can't believe it. Girl, I can't believe it. That this guy stole the song from me, all right? So y'all, now listen, a couple things before I sing this song. Young ladies, hold on to your hearts. Go ahead, put your hand over your heart, because it's going to melt when you hear this wonderful voice like this. And young men, don't be haters. Don't hate because I got all these skills. All right, so are you okay? Do you need a paper? You need a towel to dry your eyes or anything? Okay. All right, here we go. Shh, shh, shh. All right, obviously I'm taking too long. Give me a hand, girl. Look how she gave me a hand. She said, hey, give it to me. She slapped it to me. All right, let's try it. Give me a hand, girl. That's better. All right, here we go. You've heard the song before. Here we go. Ready? 1, 2, here we go. Here we go. Listen, the voice is awesome. Hang it. I believe I can fly. I believe I can touch the sky. Take that part out. I think about it every night and day. Take this part out right here. Spread my wings and fly away. I believe I can soar. Real good right here. I see me running through that open door. Here we go, here we go. I believe I can fly. This is the close right here. Check this out. I believe I can fly. I believe I can fly. Let's give her a hand clap. Good job, man. Yeah. I know you guys are saying, man, I had no idea he could sing like that. I know, right? And I can't believe that guy stole my song like that, man. That's amazing. So I'm gonna give her a book. Let's give her a hand clap. It's not easy to be put on the spot. Even though I volunteered. I'm gonna give you a copy of my book, The Purpose Living Teen, The Teen's Guide to Live Your Dreams. You go for it. Go for it now. Let's give her a hand clap again. So the thing is, as VIPs, I was raised in a world where I said character and integrity, and when we think about our online presence and our offline presence, a lot of it is who we are. So it's important to think about that. My mother told me always be a person of good integrity, and as a result, I've had a chance to travel all over the world. I've had a chance to write books. I just signed a contract with a major publishing house to write a book that may impact just about every education unit in this country. Can I get a hand clap for that? They think this book will go over all education. As a kid growing up in Syracuse, New York, that would have been the case. You know, but with education, integrity, character, and respecting others did for me. You see, and respecting others is an important part of this. I've had a chance to meet people like Urban Magic Johnson. You know, over here you see Dr. Maya Angelou. And this person in the corner I am so excited about. We were both keynote speakers at a conference about 4 years ago. Anybody take a look at that picture and take a guess. Anybody want to take a guess who that could possibly be? Morgan Freeman. Yeah, he's not a woman. He may have played one in the movie, I don't know, but he's not a woman, all right? All right? This person right in the corner, right here. You guys are too young, you probably don't have any idea, but I'm very excited about this person. This person is Maria from Sesame Street. Oh, I love Maria from Sesame Street, man. She and I were keynote speakers at the National PTA Convention. And over here is the greatest basketball player to ever live. Everybody thinks it's Michael Jordan, but that's actually Bill Russell. And Bill's one of the greatest players ever played. That's like, give a hand clap, man. That was like a Bill hand clap. Bill won 11 NBA championships. And up here in this picture right here, I was flown to Walmart Corporation to speak to 8,000 senior managers worldwide. They flew me in their private jet. No, that's not my private jet. I don't make that kind of money. But they flew me down there. And I took that picture because I said to myself, to the pilot, I wanted to take a picture because it was amazing to me that a kid from the projects of Syracuse, New York, single parent household would ever be in a situation to do this. But it wasn't because I'm superior at anything. It's because I've always kept my character in check. I've always treated people with dignity and respect. And so when we think about what we're doing online and what we're doing offline, it's important to understand that you are constantly selling you. Look at somebody and say that to them. You are selling you. Go on, say that to them. You are selling you all the time. You're your own best or worst salesperson. Depending on how you sell yourself. Sell yourself the right way, you get good things to happen, all right? So, it's important. So I want to talk about my son for a moment because I talked to him about integrity, I talked to him about character. I'm going to show you some stuff he's done online in just a few moments because one thing I want you to get as I start my presentation off is that you want to make decisions for your future based upon a dream that you have. And put your hands up again if you said you had a dream for the future. You know there's some things you want to do. And so this is what I always tell people about a dream. And that's why this conference is so important on digital citizenship. Because if you have a dream, this is what you have to almost do. You have to take a walk into the future, okay? You have to take a walk into the future, grab hold of that dream, and take it back with you into the present. You got to say, I want to achieve that dream, I want to achieve that goal, but I need to start living like it today, okay? So I told my son this, and he's been operating this one. He's a good-looking dude. Let's give him a hand clap. He's good-looking just like his daddy. That's what he's doing. He's about 5'11", 216, 17, 10, 18, 19, 20 pounds. Size 14 shoes. And he has a voice like this. Hey, Dad, how you doing? Man, I mean, James Earl Jones. You ever heard James Earl Jones, Darth Vader? Hey, Dad. I think one time I asked myself, son, say this, the force is with you. No, I didn't say it. But the bottom line is, when he was younger, years ago, I said to him, it was not saying to him, but I used to have this vision, I wanted my son to be a football player. Anybody play football in here? All right? Anybody play football? Yeah. I want to be a football player because Dad's an old football player. You know what I'm saying? Don't I be honest with you? Don't I still look like I can play seriously? Come on. Don't everybody make noise at once, all right? But years ago I wanted to be a football player. So, I bought a home, with a nice big backyard. And I said I was going to take him out in the backyard and I was going to teach him how to be a football player. And so, when he was about 3 years old, I said, now it's time to teach him how to play football. And so I took him onto our backyard and I purchased, anybody remember, I don't know if they make them anymore, those little Nerf footballs. Anybody remember those Nerf footballs, little soft footballs? And so I put him in the back, he was in the backyard with me, and I was sitting there, he was out there playing. I said, Darrell, I'm going to teach you how to catch a football. And when you're 3-year-old, you know what you say all the time? Yes, Dad. Darrell, I'm going to teach you how to catch a football. Yes, Dad. So we're in the backyard, and I have this football in my hand. Therefore, I said, son, okay, this is what you got to do, little fella, because again, he's only 3 years old. I said, I'm going to throw this football at you. And when I do, make sure you stick your hands out like this and catch it. All right? And he said, yes, Dad. And so he stood there, he was 3 years old, and I had the football in my hand, and I threw the football over. And his hands were like this. And guess what? As soon as the ball got near him, his hands went just like this. And the Nerf football hit him in the head. And it fell on the ground. I looked over at my wife who was standing there, and she smiled, and she said, honey, he's not going to win the Heisman Trophy for you. But guess what I noticed when he was 3? He could draw anything. He would draw pictures of the home. He would draw pictures of our car. He drew pictures of his mom and dad. Matter of fact, when he was about 7, he set up an art stand in the front of our home, and he started charging the neighbors to draw animated caricatures of himself. At the end of the day, he had about $400 in his pocket. I said, boy, it's time to start charging you rent to live here. We're making that kind of money. He's only 7. So years ago, this is what he said to me, talking about the power of a dream. He said to me, Dad, I want to be the next Walt Disney. I want to create movies that, like Mr. Disney, I just kind of changed for him now. I want to use art in the way Mr. Disney used art. And he said, Dad, this is years ago. I don't think he still wants to do this kind of stuff. But he said, Dad, I also want to build a theme park like Mr. Disney. I said, okay, that sounds good. And he said, and Dad, I love you so much. When I build that theme park, I'm only going to charge you 50% to get in. Well, I said, thank you for that. You see? But let me tell you something today. I said to him a long time ago, what I'm going to be saying to you in my presentation, keep in mind this is a two-part presentation, part motivation, part information, because I have a line that I use that is motivation without information is simply a good conversation. So we're going to make sure we give you some information. I said to him, Darrell, keep your character intact. Make choices to have people want to help you achieve your goals and dreams. And Darrell, I said, when you meet people, say yes ma'am, yes sir, shake hands. And I said, listen, and as he got older with all my children, I said, you got to be careful what you do online, because guess what? Colleges and universities are going to be looking at this. People are going to be making choices. And so he kept everything intact all these years. And 3-4 weeks ago, this kid who's had a dream of art and animation for the last, 14 years, was just accepted at the #1 art and animation school in the United States of America. He's going to a school called Ringling College of Art and Design. Could you give him a hand clap? He stayed the course. And as of now, I think the last count, he was up close to $400,000 in scholarship offerings to go to college. He kept his character. And I'm going to show you his website in a little bit, but he kept his character. And this is, put this on your phone somewhere in the notes section. That is this. And I want you to write it down. I'm going to share what I share with you what I share with you. Number one is a student with a dream is a student with a future. A student with a dream is a student with a future. All right? It's important to understand that if you have a dream, nothing can stop you from achieving that dream. If you give it your best, if you treat people with dignity, if you try hard, things like that. A student with a dream is a student with a future. Number two, dreamers operate online the same way they do offline. Look at somebody, give them a smile and say, are you the same online and offline? Look at the smile and say that. Are you the same online and offline? Yeah. I tell folks, you don't have one of those hidden accounts, do you? Dreamers operate online the same way they do offline. That's what we talk about digital citizenship. How am I operating? What am I thinking about? What am I doing? And then 3, colleges, write this one down and don't forget it. They're going to talk about it more later. But colleges, future jobs, and many other people are looking at your online identity. They're looking on your online identity. So you may say, oh, well, I did something, it was just some fun. I don't want you all to be fearful, but that's not the case. But I want you to understand, make sure your goal is to keep that thing kind of balanced between online and offline. And I'm sorry, my phone was being recorded. Please mute your cell phones. All right? So colleges, future jobs, and many other people are looking at your online identity. So I want to say a few things about just you as an individual, why it's so important to understand the power of pursuing your dreams as it relates to what they're talking about in this conference. Because if you are a dreamer, if you do have goals, without a question, you're going to think about all these things you need to do every day in order to achieve them, all right? So let me tell you a little bit about myself growing up as a kid. And this is the key I want you to write down if you're talking about your future is in your hands and what you want to accomplish. You got to think about some certain things. The first thing you got to realize, you need to have a vision for the future. Write that down somewhere. You need to have a vision for the future, all right? Type it down. Don't type it. You don't have to. All right? Let me tell you a little bit about myself growing up. I was born and raised in the city of Syracuse, New York. I was raised by a single mother on the public welfare system. My father left home when I was 1 month old, leaving my mother with the responsibility of raising 2 boys on her own with an 8th grade education. That's why I said earlier, it's amazing when I put those pictures up that I was able to accomplish the things that we've been able to accomplish over the years. All right, students? And so it was very difficult because we had a lot of stuff going on in the community. A lot of people didn't think that things were going to happen positive for myself because of what we were exposed to, what we were around. But I had one person that said enough is enough. One person that said there's no way we're not going to achieve our goals and dreams. I had one person that said we're going to give it everything we got and we're going to overcome the odds and we're going to make things happen. That one person was our mother. Can we give mothers a hand clap, please? Let's give mothers a hand clap. Let's give mothers a hand clap. Also, but you know, while we talk about moms, let's give dads a hand clap too. Dads are good. We're important. Any dads in here? Put your hands up, dads. Look at those dads over there. Let's give those dads a hand clap too. Yeah. You know, my mother was serious about the fact that we were going to have a good future, and you should be as well. But I got to tell you something about my mom, and some of you may be able to relate to this, some of you maybe not. One thing I like to say about my mom is the truth. I had myself a crazy mama too. How many of you got crazy mama? Your mom don't play, you know. Oh yeah. How many of you are mothers in here? Let's see your hands, all the moms. Put your hands down. Where the mother? Where the moms all back there? How many of you are crazy mamas? You know what I mean? There they go. There's all your crazy moms. My mom did not play. How many of you have a mother that does not play? All right? My mom didn't play. Matter of fact, I remember one time I played football. I was a high school football and I was good, so I was a linebacker. Oh yeah. Matter of fact, I used to hit running back so hard I would knock them into next week's game. And so, I remember one time I came home and my mom said this to me, seriously. She said, baby, you know, you just really look good. I said, yeah, Ma, you know, it is what it is. Somebody gotta look good around here. She said, baby, look at all those muscles. I said, you know, Ma, hanging out at the gym, you know, just a little pump going on, you know, doing what we gotta do. She said, baby, I'm so proud of you. I said, thank you, Ma. Then she did this. She said, but baby. I said, uh-oh. See, the but baby was a preface to something that was about to happen. She said, you need to make sure that you're in the house by 6:30 every night. Some guy over here said, oh no. I said, 6:30 every night. She said, you need to come home, you need to do your homework, you need to stay focused, you need to think about where you're going and keep your mind locked on that. So I decided that I was going to challenge her. Now, how many know that challenging your mom is not a good idea? How many know that it's just not the best idea? You know, and so I challenged her, and this is what I did. I was weightlifting in high school. I could bench press about 320 pounds. I was 40. I was, physical, strong, and I said, well, challenge her. And I walked up to her like this. I changed my walk too, walked up to her like this. And I looked at her and I said, Mom, not everybody in the house by 6:30 every night. Mom. So she grabbed a chair. No, she didn't hit me with it. Y'all know what you're thinking. She pulled the chair up next to me. She stood up in the chair because she's only about this tall. Little mama. And she grabbed me by my chest. She pulled me forward. I said, uh-oh. And she said, baby, I beg to differ. I know one person that's going to be in this house by 6:30, and I'm looking right at him. And y'all know what I want to know? I did what I said? Yes, ma'am. I was in, let's give crazy mamas a hand clap. I was in the house by 6:30. And this is what she said. She said, let me tell you why, son. She said, I don't want your reputation tarnished. See, and think about it. We can do offline or online. She said, if you're hanging around with the wrong people, people are going to get the wrong opinions of you. But that goes along with online. If I'm doing things that are creative and they're exciting and they're innovative, that's a beautiful thing. But if I'm not, then guess what? What I'm doing is my reputation. She said, so you're going to be in here and do your homework and stay focused. But my mom didn't stop there. She realized there was no one in our family had graduated from high school, so she said she's going to be the first. And she went back to school, and my mother was the first person in my family's history to walk across the stage and wrap her hand around a high school diploma. Could y'all give her a hand clap for that, please? See, she said, we have a future. That's what this conference is. When I think about what this is all about, it's about your future. It's not about mine. It's about your future, okay? And so as a result of her example, guess what? I walked across the stage many years later, and I became the first person to wrap my hand around a college degree. Can we get a hand clap for that? When I became a background, the first one to get a bachelor's degree. But my mom had two things she wanted to share with us, and I'm going to share with you. When we think about digital citizenship, when we think about the way we interact with people individually, the character that's needed, and all these different things, there's a couple things she said to us. And this is important. Now, this is more of an education plug. The first thing she said was this. Education is going to be the key to your liberation. Knowledge is power. Everybody say that real loud. Say knowledge. Knowledge. Well, say it like you mean. Say knowledge. Knowledge. Say it like you got some basic for say knowledge. Everybody say knowledge is power. Knowledge is power. Now look at somebody next to you, give them a high five and say, get some power, baby. Get some power. Get some power, baby. Come on, big bro. I wish I played ball with you more, man. You block it, man. You know what I'm saying? The knowledge is power. My man, come on, man. Come on. Now, you man, what's going on, man? Now, come on, let's talk to knowledge is power. All right? You know what? When you're giving it your best in school, you're getting knowledge that's going to give you power. Everybody say power. Power. When you're in math class, giving it your best, you're getting power. Everybody say power. Power. When you're in science class and you're giving your best, you're getting power. Everybody say power. Power. And you know what that is? The power to make choices. How many of you want to have the power to make choices for your future? To give yourselves a hand clap if you know what I mean, man. I'm telling you, you have got to realize how important that knowledge is. What this conference is doing is giving you knowledge on the importance of digital citizenship. So one day we can look back and say, you said you were going to become this, you said you were going to become that, and guess what? You did. But I will say this, if you do succeed, I want you to remember a website, and that is www.coachtearlyretirementfund.com. And make a big donation. Because my dream is to, I want to move to Jamaica, grow some dreadlocks, a big beard, and I want to be on the beach hanging out saying, yeah, man. Y'all can get there, huh? That's my goal in life. That's my dream. All right? So the first thing is what? Knowledge is what? Power. Yeah, knowledge is power. See, that digital summit is about knowledge to have power to make choices that a lot of people may not even think about. See, they're streamlining this all over the world. So there's other students that's listening to this, and they're going to be listening to people later. They're going to have that knowledge. Now, the key is to do something with that knowledge, or else this was just a good conference. Okay? The second thing I want y'all to get is this, that my mother taught me. And this really relates to what we're talking about with digital citizenship. All right, this is a good snapshot thing. So if anybody on camera, you may want to take some pictures of this. All right, everybody take your hands, and I want you to stick your hands out like this. Everybody, don't get cool on me. I said I still bench press 400 pounds. If I don't see you sticking your hands out, I'm coming at you. All right, I may have a flashback and think I'm still in the game or something. Don't mess with me. All right. Stick your hands out. Stick them out, everybody. Stop. I see some of you don't have your hands stick out. You're too concerned about that person next to you. Stick those hands out. All right. Now, this is what I want you to do. All right? Everybody take your hands and put your hands up high. Now take your hands and put your hands down low. Take your hands and take your hands up high. And take your hands, put your hands down low. Now mix them up a little bit, come on. Hey! Ow! Y'all were feeling that. I saw some new, all right? All right. I feel you. Y'all feeling that a little bit. Get a little taste of it. My CD is coming out next week. All right. Everybody take your hands and put your hands up high. And take your hands down low. Put your hands up high. And take it down low. Now mix them up again like this. Come on, girl. Come on, girl. I know y'all know this song. Don't steal them from me, all right? All right. Everybody look in your hands. Look in your hands. Don't look at me. Stop looking at me. Look in your hands. Look into them. And we're going to say this so loud, they're going to hear this all throughout the campus, okay? Because we're talking about digital citizenship. We're talking about our future, our dreams, and our goals. But say this like you mean. Look in your hands and say, my future. My future. Oh, come on. Say it like my team, the Philadelphia, no. My team, the Green Bay Packers, just won the Super Bowl. Let's say it again. Say, my future. My future. Now look at the person next to you and say, not your future. hey, listen. Look on the other side and say, definitely not yours. That's not right. All right, everybody look at your hands. Look at your hands. Come on, back in your hands. Everybody say, my future. My future. Is in. My hands. And say, I decide. Your hands up high. How high? How low? Take it. Now get somebody a double high five and say, take it high, baby. Take it high. Come on. That's right. Give yourselves a hand clap. Your future's in your hands. Give yourselves a hand clap. Let me tell you something. Your future is in your hands. Your future's not in my hands. Look at the person next to you and say, my future's not in your hands. It's not. Nobody's going to go to their Facebook page, look at it, and make a decision about somebody else. It's your page. Your future is in your hands. But everybody hold your hands up like this. And do like this. And say, and my fingers. It is. Because you know why? Your fingers are the ones that's texting, swiping, swooping, slipping, sliding, all that stuff you guys do that I don't understand. Your future is in your hands, but I'll feel your finger. So you need to think about the digital citizenship, what these little, take your hands like this and show it to somebody and say, don't I have some nice hands? Don't I have some nice fingers? Those are nice fingers. That's like the big thing with Donald Trump. You're telling us, no, we're not going to talk about this. Leave politics out of it. I'm sorry. You didn't that scratch go. All right. But the bottom line is, future is in your hands and your fingers. What you tweet, what you Snapchat, what you Instagram, in all these different things, you're making choices. All right? So a couple keys. Write this down on your phone somewhere. Number one, start to think about the future you want. Start thinking about it right now. Don't wait till later. Don't wait till next year. Don't wait till 20 years from now. Start thinking now about the future that you want. When I was a little boy growing up, when I became a young man, and when I was at your age in high school and all that, I said, listen, I was raised in a situation where there were a lot of men who, were making choices that were good for the future. And I said, I don't want to be that kind of guy. I want to be a good father. Can I get a hand clap for that? That's why I love my children so much. I said, I want to be a good husband. I wanted to set the mode. I wanted to have a good job. And when I graduated from college, I landed a job with a Fortune 500 company called the name of Abbott Laboratories. And that job changed my life. Why? Because all through my college years, I was making good choices. And that company said, yes, we'd like you to come work for us. One of the top 30 companies in the world. All right? So, I started thinking about my future. And you don't want to think about your future 20 years from now. You want to think about your future starting right now. Number two, align your online and offline identity to this desired future. That's what I told my children. I said, think about who, what you're doing, because one day you're going to go for a job interview. And the first thing what they would do, when you had a job interview, is they would immediately contact all these references. I do a lot of job training because I used to run a workforce investment program many years ago. And we don't understand the importance of what employers are looking for. I interviewed hundreds of employers. And nowadays, instead of going and just looking at calling a reference, what they still will do, they're going to go look at your online, what you have online, your portfolio, your pages and things like that. That's the first thing they do nowadays. Times have changed a little bit. All right? Do not limit your possibilities by temporary fun today. As a young person, please, don't want to do those kind of adults that they don't enjoy being young. Okay? It's okay. Enjoy yourself. But think about having fun that's not going to be detrimental, if that makes sense, okay? Nothing wrong with laughing about things and enjoying things, because you should as a young person. And then ask people to help you. That's what this conference is doing here. They're trying to help you to understand your future. Again, give them a hand clap again. That's why they coordinate this. That's why this is the first one. They're trying to take us all over the world. All right? So the first key is that. The second key I want to share with you, I'm going to share in the form of a story, then I'll show it to you, okay? I mentioned I'm the first one in my family to go to college, okay? And so I was born and raised in the city of Syracuse, New York, and I ended up going to a school by the name of Wagner College in Staten Island, New York. And so I remember I was going to school for the first time, and I was on an airplane. And I was flying from Syracuse, New York to New York City. And so on the airplane, I met a man. Anybody ever heard of the rap group Run DMC? Years ago, old group. Okay, yeah, there you go. There you go. We understand that, right? There you go. Even the cameraman doesn't remember Run DMC. All right? They used to wear these things called Kango hats. They used to have these big fake gold chains. They have to have t-shirts, jeans, and you're really a Run DMC fan if you know what kind of shoes they had on. They had on Adidas. One person knew. There's the man right there. Let's give him a hand clap. He knew what they could do. Adidas. And so this guy looks just like the rapper D from Run DMC. So we're on the plane. Don't ever forget what I'm about to tell you. Because what I'm about to tell you now is the key to success, I believe, for young people in the future. But it's also the key to making good digital centered decisions. To think about this. So I'm on the plane with this man, and we're flying down. Now, I'm only 16, 17 at the time, and he was sitting next to me. His wife was sitting next to him, and his mother-in-law was sitting up front. So we're on the plane, and he says to me, young man, where are you going? I said, sir, I'm going to Wagner College. I'm the first person in my family to go to college. I'm really excited about that. He said, man, I'm so proud of you. He said, I was the first person in my family to go to college. I'm really proud of you. He said, what school are you going to? I said, sir, I'm going to Wagner College. He said, you know what you're majoring in? I said, I don't quite know right yet, but I'm going to college. I'm very excited about it. He said, well, where are you going when the plane lands? I said, well, sir, I have to go. That's what I'm saying all along. Sir, I'm going to the Port Authority, and I'm going down to the Port Authority to this ferry, to take the ferry over to Staten Island. They have a ferry in New York to get you to Staten Island. He said, when the plane lands, would you like a ride? I said, well, sir, I don't want to do that to you because I have a lot of luggage and I don't want to inconvenience you and your family. He said, it won't be an inconvenience. So the plane landed. Now, how many of you have ever been on an airplane before? All right? All right, where's the first place you go when the plane lands? Who's at the bathroom? No. Happens every time. All right? You go to baggage claim, right? So I go down to baggage claim, and I go to pick up my luggage. And as I go to pick up my luggage, this guy that was with me, that looks like D from Run DMC, says to me, "What are you doing?" I said, "Well, sir, I'm picking up my luggage." He said, "Why are you doing that?" And I said, "Well, sir, that's what people do." They pick up their luggage when they're playing. He said, "You don't have to do that." I said, "I don't." And he snaps his finger. Everybody snap that finger. All right? And I looked at him, I said, "What's wrong with your hand?" This big, tall guy walks over. And he leans down and he scoops up my luggage. And I look at this guy and I said, "Who's that?" He has a chauffeur's cap on. He said, "That's my chauffeur." I said, "Mr. What?" He said, "That's my chauffeur." I said, "Where's your chauffeur taking my luggage?" And we go out door and there's this big, long, stretched, 8-door Cadillac limousine with his name on the license plate. And so they take my luggage and put it in the car, and we get into his limousine, and I said, when I got in there, I said to him, his name was Jim Murphy. I said, "Mr. Murphy, when you said you had room, you weren't kidding." And so we get in there and I started asking him questions. I said, "Sir, tell me, I'm trying to have a good future. You know, how did you achieve this?" That's just what I asked him. I said, "Sir, how old are you?" He said, "I'm 26. 26 years old. And I said, "Tell me about who you are, because I want to have a good future. I want to do something. Not that I want to live like this. I mean, this is life he's living." I said, "I want to have a good future." This is what he said to me. He said, "Young man, I'm not going to tell you who I am. I'm going to tell you what I did." He said, "At the age of 14, all right? How many of you are here 14? How many are 15? How many are 16? How many 17? How many are 29? It's time for you to get out of school. You've been there too long." All right? He said at the age of 14, he made a decision that changed his life. He saw a show on TV that talked about living the American dream. And he's living the American dream. And the American dream, you know, as it was defined, was getting an education, making good choices, going to school, and all these different things. And so he had 10 of his friends who did not want to make good choices. 10 of his friends that wanted to get into trouble. 10 of his friends that didn't want to do well in school. And 10 of his friends who were kind of disrespectful to his parents. So he went to his 10 friends and he said, "Man, we need to change. We need to stop being this way. I want to do something with my life." You know, look at somebody next to you and say, "Don't you want to do something with your life?" Say that to them. Don't you want to do something? Don't you want to do something? I mean, it's good to have fun, but do we need to have all of them? At some point, you gotta stop doing it. And so when he said that to him, and you know what all of his friends said to him? "You want to take a guess? Get out of here." He did. He cut all of his friends off. Let's give him a hand clap. That's hard to do. He cut every last one of them. You know what I'm saying? He cut every last one of them off. He got focused. Listen to this. This is why this is so important. He was focused. And he was focused. He ended up going back to school because he dropped out. Graduated from high school, the #1 student in his class valedictorian. He said, "Darrell, I didn't even know I was smart until I stopped hanging with people who made me think I wasn't." He received a full tuition-paid scholarship to Yale University. Graduated from Yale, #2 in his accounting class. #2. And then he said to me, "Darrell, I went on and worked for an accounting firm, started my own accounting firm. By the time I was 24 years old, I was worth more money than I could need for the rest of my life." He said, "I had made a lot of money as a young man." He said, "But Darrell, forget the money, forget the career, all that type of stuff." He said, "I want you to understand something, young man, and don't you ever forget this as long as you live. And I want you to type this in your phones too, but don't ever forget this. If you want to be good citizen, this is going to be one of the driving forces." This is what he said to me. "Darrell, if you show me your friends, I will show you your future." He said, "If you show me your friends, I will show you your future." So let's digress for 2 seconds. Look at somebody next to you and say, "Yo, who you hanging out with?" Say, "Yo. Who you hanging out with?" Hey, look at somebody else and say, "Yo, are all those friends on Facebook really your friends?" Watch that. Say, "Yo." I mean, are they really your friends? You gotta be careful of the friends you have in many other places. All right? Show me your friends. Listen, your friends offline will determine your activity online. Everybody say, "Ouch." Your friends, see, a lot of times we do things because our friends are doing them. You know, so I'm gonna show you some things with my daughter. I told my children a long time ago, I don't mind. See, some parents are real restrictive with online stuff, and I have my restrictions too. But I said, my wife and I were like, we don't mind you using it if you're gonna use it as a positive tool for change or to have good constructive dialogue. That's okay, we have no problem. So when they hit a certain age, they can get Instagram, they can get Facebook and all that, but use it constructively in a positive way so that when people go and look at you online, they will see a young person of character because both all you children have dreams. And we want to keep it that way. Number 2, write this one down. You don't have to write it all, but build a dream team of friends offline who care about you. When you talk about going for a dream, a good friend is going to encourage you to go for the dream in a positive way. A person who is discouraging you, they need to question if that's a friend. Because good friend, the whole word, the name friend, the term friend actually denotes someone who cares. So you got to question who are really friends and say, do these people really care about me? And then lastly, good friends help you remain accountable to what you do online and offline. They care about you. All right? So give somebody a knuckle bump next to you and say, I know you're a good friend. Come on, let's give a knuckle bump. Say that. I know you're a good friend. Come on, knuckle bump. My daughter's going to think this is an old picture of her and says, these aren't really friends like before. If you're watching Sophie, I'm sorry, I just put this picture up. This is cool. Why did you put that picture up? All right. But one thing I'll say about my daughter, she has good friends. Now, I'm going to show you in the video the program I'm talking about because I'm not just talking this stuff. When I talk about digital citizenship, we live it online. We live it in my home. So I want to show you a few things. I want to show you my son's website, and I want to show you my daughter's YouTube page. All right? But I want you to see this so you can understand what I'm talking about a little bit. I hope I don't mess up. I think that we have it. Just give it just a few seconds. Here? All right? So look at this real quick. This is something my daughter did. She created her own YouTube page. And she has about 60 videos. And so she's I guess you would call it a YouTuber. And her YouTube handle is SophieSmile6 if you're interested in subscribing to her page. But here's one with her friend. Remember I said, show me your friends, and I will show you your future. So she has her friends sometimes using the internet in a positive way. They come on and they do these DIY, do-it-yourself videos, okay? And she has a vlog and a few other things. So let's take a look at this and so you can kind of see. Okay, we can't hear it. Why are we not hearing it? Okay, it's frozen. Take a look for a few moments.
Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today I'm here with my good friend. Hello. And we are going to be making DIY California donuts. So let's go ahead and get started. Yay! So to start off, we have 3 options on making your donut dough. So you can either, like we are doing, just take some biscuits, some homemade biscuits that we just got from the store, or you could go to like a Krispy Kreme or Dunkin' Donuts and just buy some plain donuts, or you could just totally make it from scratch. So we have some biscuit dough that we're going to be using.
So after you open your biscuit dough, you want to take it out and put it onto a flour test.
And then you want to take, if you don't have a cookie cutter, you just want to take like a bottle cap, and you can just go ahead and take that, flatten out your dough, and then push it to the center. So you want to start off by taking your donuts, and you want to take the biscuit dough and just go ahead and put that in a frying pan with oil, and you want to heat that up and test it out by taking some flour and just sprinkle it over, and if it starts to pop, then you can just go ahead and do your donuts in there. So for the frosting, I'm going to have everything in the description box down below with all the measurements, but you're just going to want to take your milk and pour it in, and then you want to take your powdered sugar, and you just want to put it in, and we actually made a mistake because you're supposed to like put a little bit of milk in and a lot of your powdered sugar and then add more. It's like soupy now, so we sent our brothers out to go and get more powdered sugar.
Yeah, so measure. Do not try to wing it. It does not work.
Oh, I'll be okay. But yeah, so make sure you guys measure. So California Donuts is well known for all their different donut flavors and toppings and all that cool
Look on her friend's face.
Find it. Wait, I gotta take a picture. What if it doesn't taste good? It's pretty good.
I don't know about that.
I really don't like glass milk.
All right, let's give him a hand clap, y'all. She showed me smile 6 if you want to. So that's my daughter. This is my son. Now my son doesn't put a lot on this thing, but he has his own website. You know, he has his own Marshall Donuts, I want to say appetite. But he does things like, let me go over to this one here. He, you know, he's some of his pictures. He doesn't put a lot on one, you know. But he's like I mentioned, he's an aspiring artist, an animator. He has like one picture. And he does a summer camp, you know, for youth, for some young folks. I mean, I don't know how much he has on there. But the bottom line is he's using the internet in a very positive way. Now, you know, when colleges and universities go to this, they say, wow, look at this, you know. A kid in high school and middle school and all of that, they're using the internet in a positive way. So what it does is it creates great opportunity. So let's give them both a hand clap if you don't mind. Children using, you know, I haven't had this close. I don't know how to take this back up. If somebody here has some insights into this, I don't know how to do this. I think that may be it. Let me see. I'm not sure. Yeah. Yeah, thank you so much. I don't use this system, and I don't know which one is which. All right, and let's give Genius a hand clap. That's a genius. So I want you to take 30 seconds to do something real fast. I'm going to get ready to wrap this up. Ask them this question: How can you use the online type, you know, these type of things to do things in a positive way? Ask them that question. Go ahead, just have a conversation with them. How can you do something positive online? How can you do something positive? How can you do something positive? Besides, you know, responding to Facebook. All right, just about 30 seconds. Oh, 30 seconds. Give me another 30 seconds. Keep talking about what can you do? And if somebody gives me a good idea, I'll make him a free copy of my book. Well, actually, this is your book. So 1 second. Well, another 30 seconds. Go. All right. Who has a great idea that may want to get a copy of a book? You got to stand up though so we can hear you. All right. Let's hear what she has to say. Let's give her a hand clap. Oh, and I'm going to do the Oprah thing. Excuse me. Excuse me. There you go. So they can hear you. Go ahead.
Help your friends fulfill their dreams.
Help your friends fulfill their dreams. Okay, we'll take that. Let's give her a hand clap. All right. Who else? Anybody has a good idea? Maybe you can do something online? Stand up right over there. Go ahead. All right, here we go. Over. Hold on a second. You want to use this or you got it?
I got it. You can just like remind people how much they're worth online. Just like
I like that. You hear that? Encourage your people online instead of discourage them. Let's give her a hand clap. This is, I'm getting shaken around here like this. All right, give me those. Where's a guy? I never get guys doing this stuff. Give me a guy. Come on, guys. One guy. 1, 2. Everybody say, come on, guys. Say, come on, guys. Come on, guys. It's always the girls that do this. Where's the guy? One guy with an idea. Where? Let's give him a hand clap. There's a guy with an idea. Let's give him a hand clap. Talking about digital citizenship. We want to make sure we know what these ideas. All right, that's what you got. Stand up. Tell your name. Nick. Nick. Everybody say, what's up, Nick? What's up, Nick? Go ahead, tell us.
Make a website about
Okay, something community-based website. Maybe some good things going on in the community. Let's give him a hand clap. Way to go, Nick. There you go. One more. Can I get one more? Can I get one more? One more. I don't have the book. I'll give it to you. It's up there. I've only had 3 books up here. All right. Stand up. All right. You need the mic, or you're allowed talking to him? She needs the mic. Look at you, man. Encourage God.
Make awareness of different topics, like discrimination of gender, discrimination of who you like,
Yes.
and discrimination of
There's discrimination in general, right?
Yeah.
Let's give her a hand clap. All right. Hey, let me tell you something real quick. Have you ever heard of TEDx Teen? TEDx Teen. If you have not heard of TEDx Teen, put that in your phones and go there and check it out. You will see young people like you that are doing some of those amazing things I've ever seen. There's this young man that's over in Kenya somewhere, living in the worst scenario, but he started creating stuff out of like a junk heap. And next thing you know, he's creating radio stations and with nothing. And he has you gotta go see this really young man. And then he started doing something, he figured out some online stuff. He started doing some online stuff and it changed. This young man is like 14 years old and he's known worldwide, changing the world. I'm not saying everybody has to do that, but the point is there. TEDx Teen has a lot of examples of good digital citizenship, okay? Good digital citizenship. So I took my son to last year's. You got to be invited to it. My son and I went to TEDx Teen last year, and some of the stuff that I saw there just absolutely was amazing to me. So make sure you go there. And young lady, make sure you see me for the book, okay? I have some out here. We do have extra. And I do have information on my table, too, if you're interested in some of the work that we do at schools throughout the country. So the last thing I want to give you is just take a few notes with this one. I'm done after this. 1, social branding. Social branding. Number 1, social branding is a powerful tool if done right. The experts are going to be sharing some things about that later. I'm just laying a foundation. Social branding is a powerful tool if done right. I encourage you to use it to better your world, your community, your family, across the board. Like I said, it's okay to have fun, but keep in mind, Google tells you this, that what you put online is stored. Even if you clear the history, they still have history, okay? They know what's going on when your fingerprint, footprint, whatever you want to call it, no print, your print is online. Every post, comment, video, etc. tells the world who you are. It just tells the world who you are. You can go look my children up, you're not going to see anything like any of it. Because I told them, I said, you got to have a good digital brand. And then lastly, have fun with your friends, but do not post anything that will be harmful to your future. Okay? Have fun. Okay? And be honest with each other. Like I said, good friends encourage each other. That's a quality, should be a qualification for friendship. All right? All right, anybody was still typing right now? I think I was pretty fast, right? All right, so social branding is a powerful tool if done right. I encourage you to use it to better your world. I know the school is doing this. I think there's some individuals that created this whole concept. Wasn't it the whole thing of digital citizenship? There were some individuals that's involved. I appreciate people having the wherewithal to think about that. And what they're doing, their commitment to this. Every post, comment, video, again, tells the world who you are. Have fun with your friends, but do not post anything that will be harmful to your future. And as I get ready to close, a couple of things. Number 1, create encouraging and informative YouTube videos. That's one way, like my daughter, to be able to establish good digital citizenship. Number 2, use your Facebook, Snapchat, or Instagram to communicate good things about you and others. Have fun, but be wise. All right? But have fun, but be wise. If I can be honest with you, I see too much negative out there. The reason why, because I've spoken to millions of young people, and then I connect with them, and then you can see all the stuff that you say, man, I'm not being negative towards them, or I'm not trying to judge them, but I want them to understand they need to think about their future and just not put this stuff up there. It's not worth it. All right? And if you're a senior in high school and have career ambitions, now this is something to really think about it. Maybe think about creating a LinkedIn profile. LinkedIn is a great tool for business and all of that, and moving forward. And my son was about to set him up with a LinkedIn profile. I do a lot of work through LinkedIn, through people I network with and connect with. Matter of fact, I was just last year in the Cayman Islands as a result of LinkedIn. I met with someone on LinkedIn, and they brought me over there to speak to some senior executives they have over there. All right? So this is just a few ways, all right, to enhance it. But most importantly is Instagram, all these things that you're using now. Use it, have fun, laugh, joke, whatever, but make sure it's something that anyone can look at and not create a negative opinion of you. And lastly, I got to give you a quote. That is this. Don't go where the path may lead. Instead, go where there is no path and leave a trail. For those who are wondering if this is Michael Jordan, do you think this is Michael Jordan?
No.
Is this Michael Jordan? No, it is Michael Jordan's body in my face. Now, you know Michael Jordan doesn't look that good. Come on, be honest. You know. But I like this quote where it says, don't go where the path may lead. Instead, go where there is no path and leave a trail. Here's your last high five. High five somebody, say, be a trailblazer, baby. Come on, tell me, be a trailblazer. Be a trailblazer, baby. That's right. Listen, you guys are too young to remember Captain Kirk. But I want you to boldly go where no man or woman has gone before. All right, give yourselves a hand clap. Make digital citizenship a priority. Make good choices in the future. Now, we're going to have some fun right now because you guys love this stuff. You got an assignment. Pull your cell phones out. Pull your cell phones out. All right, here is the assignment. Kaboom. Look at me and Rocky. Isn't that cool? Stand next to Rocky. I want you to take a picture with somebody next to you. Just come on, take a selfie. Take a selfie. Come on. Selfie. Take a selfie. Gotta smile in your selfie though. You know, come on. Smile in your selfies. All right? And I want you to do this. You are going to do a few of these hashtags. You're going to put your hashtag, my future is in my fingers. Those little fingers of yours are typing stuff. No, yeah, put your hands up like this. Let me see your fingers. Come on. My future is in my fingers. You got to think about that. And, hold on everybody, real quick. I want you to do, listen, this is important. This is important. Put it on Instagram, put it wherever you want, Facebook, but make sure you put @CoachDSpeaks, hashtag Digital Sit Summit, EDU. And if you're interested in Sophia's, what she's doing, because she does a lot of neat stuff on, hers is Sophie Smile 6. You just got to look that up and maybe subscribe to her page. If you have any questions, contact me at CoachDSpeaks. All right, so make sure, go ahead, do it now. I want you to put it all up there, get it all up there. You know, make sure you got the hashtag digital sit, @CoachDSpeaks. Hashtag my futures in my fingers. Go ahead, I'm gonna give you 30 seconds and I think we're about to wrap it up. All right? Let's get these selfies going. Let's do it. Come on, let's go. 30 seconds. And I have some of these bookmarks. And I know a lot of y'all read offline too, because this is the most important tool in your life. A bookmark. Read. Readers are leaders. You need to read. I have some on my table out there. Readers are leaders. Read. All right, you got some right here. We gotta get them back. Hold on. All right, readers are leaders. I'm almost done. Hold on. I want y'all to read. Digital books, digital imprints, whatever. Read. Readers are leaders. I have some at my table out here, so if you don't get any, just come out. I love going through that. All right, there it is, right there. Let's give them a hand clap for this event. This is an amazing event. Thank you so much. Hey, I just worked really hard for you. You guys show me some love. I'm working hard up there, man. That's all I need is a room. That's it. Come on. All right. Everybody say this real loud and I'm done. Say, I will. Take charge of my future. Now look at somebody and say, saying, nobody's going to stop me. Say it to somebody next to you, nobody's going to stop me. All right. Like again, I have my books out here. If any of the adults that came is interested in that, I have some information on my work with schools. Please come grab that information. I don't want to take it back to Delaware. Be a good digital citizen. Take control of your future. Thank you so much. I'll see you soon. I'm at Coach D Speaks. All right, at Coach D Speaks. Thank you, students. Thank you.